Welcome to Amazing Indiana Music Stories.
Lawrence Clark III on drums.
Well, I'm gonna give you my full name. According to Earl Grandy, they called him Groundhog, and I call him Earl the Pearl. He used to call me Sir Lawrence, so my name is Sir Lawrence Everett Clark III. I'm in bed, sound asleep. My dad comes in there. Junior, come here. I want you to see something. It's 12 o'clock. So I get up and I go in the living room, and he says, sit down. I'm sitting there. There's a TV show going on. Jazz, what was it? Penthouse, Playboy Penthouse, Saturday night. Ramsey Lewis. The drummer was Isaac Red Holt. I looked, and I looked, and I looked, and I said, that's what I'm going to do. How was I, about 9 years old at the time? So it's been my goal ever since then. My father was a jazz drummer, from the East Coast. He worked with people like Servon, etc., etc. My uncle, which I did not relate to until many years later, Uncle Paulie, was a saxophone player. And my dad used to tell me, yeah, me and Uncle Paulie, we did this and blah, 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 blah. And then I came here and became a musician, and everybody was talking about Duke Ellington. And, Duke Ellington had this saxophone player that blew, how many courses was that? 26 courses at Newport. I think somewhere in that number. An extended solo, and he changed Duke Ellington. Duke was going to retire. And because of that, and the story behind that, he decided not to. So I heard the story about Paul Gonsalves, and then one day I was talking to my father, and he pulled it all together. Uncle Paulie was Paul Gonsalves. And I had gone my whole life not stuck on stupid, as young people are. My teacher, my surrogate father, my second father, Floyd Smith. My father gave me to him. He said, Floyd, I've taken him as far as I can musically. He's your son now. Floyd said, okay. I played with Floyd for, over a decade. But I also had other groups I worked with. Carl Hines, the group that we had together called Family. We had that group. Steve Weekly, we had, Sinful Soul Ensemble. Then I had a friend of mine, Khalid Boss, out of Dayton, Ohio. Him, Bill Conway, myself, and Joy. We had a group called Synergy. So you play with certain groups, and you learn styles. And you can't play music until you've worked with people for a while. This thing of freelancing is cool, but you play with this person over there, and all you're doing is playing the music, what you think is there. When you work with a group continuously, you develop a relationship with that person. And when you listen to the CDs I did with Steve, you'll hear that. There's a musicality in it. Like I was telling you, I'm not a drummer, I'm a musician. My concept of playing music is to play musical ideas. I look at the drum set like a piano. See, I have cymbals and they're pitched. I have hi-hats. If you listen to my hi-hat, and you hear a chord out of the cymbals. You listen to my drums, I tune them sometimes I'll do in a minor third, sometimes I'll tune them in a fourth. So like you go da 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 da, I can play melodies with those. And you have to learn how to attack the drums, because you should be able to get more than one sound out of one drum. That's why I say I'm not a drummer, I'm a musician.